Peter, I guess let's start with the basics. Tell us more about this lawsuit. What are the basics here?
Yeah, so Huawei has filed a suit against the Trump administration's order to label them a national security threat and prevent them from providing equipment in certain circumstances. They're saying that the Federal Communications Commission's decision lacks substantial evidence, and that the government needs to provide more specifics if they're going to actually forbid the company from conducting these activities. It's not clear whether this is going to work. This is part of a broader effort by Chinese companies to use the U.S. legal system to push back against the Trump administration's orders on several fronts. ByteDance, the parent of TikTok, has done something very similar. So we'll see in Huawei's case whether they're able to reverse some of these actions. Of course, they are now working against a new administration, the Biden administration. We'll see whether they have the same sort of determination to constrain Huawei like the Trump administration did.
And that takes us into the sort of broader question about this, on this clash between the company and the U.S. administration. Put that into context for us here.
Well, the Trump administration went after Huawei very, very aggressively with a number of orders. They prevented Huawei from supplying equipment to U.S. telecom companies. Of course, that happened early on. They prevented the company from getting any kind of federal subsidy funds. The Trump administration also tried very hard to get Huawei equipment banned in other countries around the world with some success. There are a number of allies that decided not to use Huawei's equipment because they viewed that as a national security threat. The allegation from the Trump administration is that Huawei gear could be used to help Beijing spy on other countries and intelligence services around the world. Now, what Huawei is saying in this lawsuit and what they've said before is that they're not a security threat and that the U.S. administration has to provide actual evidence.
And as far as the business goes, give us an update here. How has the business fared through all of this?
Well, it's interesting. The founder of Huawei, Ren Zhengfei, came out yesterday and gave a speech in China where he sounded quite confident. The company has been hit by some of the restrictions on its ability to buy American components, including semiconductors. But he sounded confident about being able to continue to supply communications equipment, where Huawei is really a leader in 5G services and other kinds of communications equipment. Their smartphone business is a bit more of a challenge, but he sounded confident that they were going to be able to continue in that business.